Hello YouTube, welcome to episode number 5 of our Around the World with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 series. Today we start off again where we left off last time, which is Iceland's Keflavik International Airport, IATA code KEF and ICAO code Bravo India Kilo Foxtrot. And today we are going to another airport in Iceland. It's called Akureyri Airport. Its IATA code is Alpha Echo Yankee and ICAO code is Bravo India Alpha Romeo. It is located somewhere to the northern side of Iceland. It's a small domestic airport, and it's got a decent sized runway. It's about 7,000, almost about 8,000 feet, and it is used commercially. So with that said, let's take a look at what Iceland's Keflavik Airport, which is the main international airport in Iceland, has to say about it. Right off the bat, as we looked at last time, most of the buildings and everything else in the default Iceland are auto-generated. This is not by no means a handcrafted airport. A lot of the tarmac areas are missing. They are just there's nothing there, just the underlying satellite imagery. The gates and all are wonky, for lack of a better words. Some of them are not even connected to the terminal. Some are connected, some are buried in the terminal. There's practically no tarmac markings to write home about. There are no parkings. There is nothing, and large sections of the parking, as you can see right here, are missing. Let's change the time and go to darkness and see what it looks like after dark. Okay, there we go. After dark, there are some side lights. So the taxiways at least have some side lights. There are some center lights. So you should be able to navigate this airport pretty much using a combination of your charts and stay on the appropriate taxiways. But once you get to the tarmac, you're going to have a hard time. And as you can see, the tarmac is not lit up either, which further causes problems when you come in the dead of night and you have absolutely no clue where to park, where your gates are. Nothing is visible, and you literally have to change the time, turn it into daylight mode just to see where you're going. So I'm going to stick with a 2.5 rating. Unfortunately, I am unable to find either a freeware or a payware Keflavik International Airport, which is very, very unfortunate. At the bare minimum, if somebody could put out a Keflavik with just the ground markings fixed up, the tarmac and the ground marking and all the lights fixed up, that would be a huge help. Anyway, with that being said, let us make our way to Akureyri Airport in the north of Iceland, and we will see how that looks like. And here we are above Akureyri Airport. We are facing in the northerly direction right now. As you can see, beautiful scenery around this area. This seems to be some sort of an inlet on the northern coast of Iceland. It looks really beautiful. And with that, let's turn our eyes on to the airport itself. The scenery is beautiful. What about the airport? There's our single runway, 7,875 feet long. The runway looks good, but there are no runway numbers on here, which is very, very interesting. I have actually not seen one like that. This should be runway 19er. The markings are missing, so there is no runway number, unfortunately, but the runway surface and everything looks good. The runway looks good, surrounded by water on both sides. The scenery here is absolutely beautiful. This is a great airport to fly into, I would think. Nice. We have taxiway lights. taxiway signs rather. We have pole shot markings. We actually have ground markings. We also, interesting, we actually have a very nice, what looks like a handcrafted, um, oh, this is a handcrafted building. This is nice. It's a handcrafted terminal building. Looks pretty nice. Got lights there on the tarmac. More buildings, hangars. These are all. This actually looks pretty nice. Cars, fences, good ground markings. This almost looks like somebody actually handcrafted it. And as far as I remember, I don't have. I have not downloaded anything. This should be just the default. So for a default airport, this is really nice looking. Let's see. What else do we have here? Other than the missing runway numbers, this looks really nice. Let's get down close here. There's the terminal. I know that there on Flight Sim, there is on flightsim.to, there is a freeware version of Akureryi as well as a payware version of Akureryi. I'll put those links down in the description. So there definitely are airports available, but this one seems to be almost payware quality. I wonder if this was something that Microsoft purchased, or Zobo purchased from somebody and put that in the base game. This is really nice looking airport. I have actually never been here. So even the land side is looking nice. It has very good parking lot, good terminal buildings, nice parking positions. I don't know if they fly A320s in here, but I'm guessing maybe not. There are also other 3D things. Oh, radio beacons, buildings. Very, very, very nice. This is a very nice airport, except for the missing runway numbers. This is really a nice airport. I must say that I will have to give this a 3.5. Let's look at it at night before we give it the final touch in terms of its rating, but let's see what it is at night. Is it usable? Well, that looks very usable to me. There's the runway. There's no center line, but that's okay. That is possible. The runways don't have a center line lighting. Not all runways do. And let's see. How do we get to the tarmac? Do we have? Okay. So we can come here, and yep, there are some lights. Not a whole lot, but at least we can see some lights, and we can get to the tarmac. And then the tarmac itself, the apron itself is nicely lit. The buildings are lit. Everything is nicely lit. It's usable even on even online on VATSIM. It is all pretty nicely lit. The terminal buildings are lit on the inside. This is, yeah, a 3.5 is definitely deserved for this airport. This is very nice airport, and beautiful scenery around it. So with that, we come to a close. We will next switch our focus as we continue our journey. Our next airport is going to be somewhere in Canada, and that airport is going to be Yellowknife, which is quite a ways from here. And if you all are wondering what is the order, what order am I doing things in, I fed a list of all airports with runway greater than 7,000 feet into a program, and told it I wanted to start at London Heathrow and end at London Heathrow, and asked it to create for me a solution that visits each of the airports exactly once and still ends up at London Heathrow. And this is a well-known computer science problem. It's called the traveling salesman problem. And that is what I used to create this. So while it looks to be a little bit random, it truly is not random. It is a solution to the traveling salesman problem, starting at London and ending at London with 2,600 airports in between. So our next airport is going to be Yellowknife in Canada. We will start from Akureryi here. Next airport, Yellowknife in Canada. And with that, the final ratings, Iceland's Keflavik Airport, 2.5 stars. Iceland's Akureyri Airport, 3.5 stars. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on episode 6.